Hello, I'm from a neutral country, and I would just like to say, today I watched the news. I don't watch the news a lot anymore, at least not on television as I just did. But as I sat there and watched the news, interesting news story came on. I was sitting there, nothing interesting, internal shit in Norway. One of our communes have invested in shit and all that shit. And then suddenly, it came on. Assassination attempt on Mikheil Saakashvili. Mikheil Saakashvili, that's the president of Georgia, not the state of Georgia in America. No, the Georgia down in Europe, those guys that in the summer had a war against separatists, and Russia intervened, and not the other way around, that the separatists had a war against them, and then that Russia had a war against Georgia with the separatists, as many people seem to think. But I was like, assassination attempt? Damn, that must have been some serious shit. And I watched through all the other news shit just to get to that, thing about the president. And then it comes on, and it's like, 500 mutinous soldiers take up or they were probably in the base, they didn't capture it. Don't allow people into the base, and the Georgian president sends tanks to figure it out. And then I watched the footage of Georgian president going and talking to the soldiers about the mutiny. That's not how mutiny works. It's not like the guy's just like, okay, today we're gonna just hold on to the base, not let anybody in hopes that the president will come over and we can shoot him. But when he does come over, we don't shoot him. They just, when the president came over, they just stood there. They were lined up, and the president stood in front of them and started ranting on them like, how can you be mutinous against our own country and all that gibberish. And the soldiers just stood there. Now, had they really revolted and mutinous, they would fly some kind of separatist flag, not cooperated. They would certainly not just stand there and look at the president shouting him out. They would done something drastic. I mean, it's not like if a base in Norway with 500 people commits mutiny, then we drive all our tanks over there, and they just like, oh, okay, it's over, now let's stand up to the boss, which we hate and we are trying to overthrow, and listen to him rant about us, like, take the crap from him, why not, we failed. No, they would not talk to him and not lined up like fucking puppets. And then the Georgian president got a claim to prove it all. That classic shit when people try to show photographical evidence. 3 men in the room talking about their plans, like one man talking, we're gonna have 5,000 Russians gonna back us up and shit. Yeah. None of those men were particularly known men, like high-ranking Russians or anything. None of them were any high officials in their military. It was just like 3 random guys, they been talking. That could have as well been, paid actors. So that's some of the weakest evidence, and if it truly was a revolt, this is the dumbest fucking revolt ever. Somebody should learn teach those guys how to fucking revolt. Teach them about the popular revolution. God, if that was a revolt, those people are incompetent. I mean, damn it. That's like trying to revolt against a police station, and then the police just come out and say, ah, guys, it's over, you know. And then you're like, okay. And he'd be like, yeah, I can't handle you all myself, so please line up and just walk into jail. And they walk into jail. It doesn't work like that, obviously. So that's stupidest thing. And I had my hopes up for a minute there that Saakashvili was dead, because they announced like assassination attempt on Saakashvili. Not like forged mutiny. You know, Georgian president made up some mutiny and tried to get sympathy. But I'm actually very surprised over the coverage. It was very good coverage. I mean, they stayed neutral. You know, they ended it all after explaining Saakashvili's case. They said that, but the Russians claim that it is only a hoax, which I believe, because of, I mean, you can just see it on it. It just screams hoax. So yeah. But yeah, that's all for today. Tomorrow I will make a video about the crisis in Georgia that was, because you know, when that came on, I followed it very closely, and I would, and that video will kind of explain why I'm not that fond of Saakashvili. And yeah, so just wait till tomorrow when I have that video up. Now, hope you enjoyed this video.